Hello, good people. It's my hope that you had a beautiful day. How are you today? How was your day? Hope all was good. If anything didn't go right, I hope maybe you try to find out why and maybe you try to solve it tomorrow because tomorrow is another day. Okay, so I'm back again on how to burn the belly fat. This thing is really disturbing, like it doesn't give us peace. So, how this thing affects us is it kills self-esteem. You try to compare yourself with someone else. It causes emotional distress. It is also harmful and unhealthy. It causes the major risk factor in for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Heart disease are the ones that have are these are the most dangerous diseases and the ones that have been on the top for as major killer diseases. So, another cause of belly fat is it causes obesity if it is not properly watched. So, all these factors made me and pushed me to go do research on how we can reduce belly fat, be it exercising or be it lifestyle. Lifestyle, we talk of what you consume, what you do, how you sit, how you sleep, everything you do, how you do it. This is lifestyle. So, just like any career, any discipline, any match, all these are supposed to be a lifestyle. Success should be a lifestyle. It's not something that you do only when you have time, only when you're being pushed, only when you have something disturbing you. When I say it's a lifestyle, I'd like to also I'll touch a little bit on a story of a certain great player that I talked with recently. I talked to this player and I asked him, why is it that these guys that we used to see, these guys that used to make the headlines in the news about being the best players, about being the best goalkeepers, about being the best defenders, you know, people that people used to count on. What is the main reasons for them backsliding and being down to earth and almost having nothing? No, maybe I mean as a player, maybe you go down to the point whereby you can't even pay your bills when when back in the days you used to play for your country. You are the best in nationals. Your names were heard in the radio, it's in the televisions, in the newspapers. This guy told me, Bernard, I'm gonna be open with you and I'm gonna tell you point blank. You know, any match, any game is a lifestyle. Let's take for example Curry. Curry, Steph Curry, always every day scores 3,000 and missed 3 pointers. Now ask yourself, how many trials does he put before he put the 3,000s? So you see, basketball, any game is a lifestyle. The moment you stop it, maybe you have the idea, but you can't do it actually. So someone like Steph Curry, when he goes to the field, it's something that he's doing always. So it's easier for him. You see, the other day we were just talking about the Mamba mentality. Mamba mentality was talking about the quest to do more, the quest to improve more on yourself than your competitors do, than the other people do. But I don't want to talk about competitor when every time when we're talking about the existency and space and time and achievement. The best thing to talk about is dominance. You're not here to compete. You're here to dominate your space, to have your freedom, to be able to go wherever you want to go. You see, everything adds up on top of the other. Before we go far and further, I was just trying to say that every discipline is a lifestyle. You can't do something today and stop tomorrow and say, why am I not seeing the changes? You can start something and stop and say, why should I kill myself? Why should I force myself? If you want to achieve something, you have to go for it. You have to make it your lifestyle. If you want to pass your exams, you have to make reading your lifestyle. If you want to do everything good, you must make what you want to be your lifestyle. Like there should not be a detachment from you to it. Like there should not be a way that you separate from that thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so The main key when you do exercise, when you want to achieve a goal, when you want to be physical, when you want to achieve that muscle mass, you know what I'm saying? When you want to be that person you want to be, when you want to look at yourself in the mirror and admire yourself, you must have that thing as a lifestyle. First, I'll start with my number one point. Don't drink too much alcohol. Now the people are quarantining. Every time the liquor store opens or the bars opens just to sell, everyone is selling now for takeaway. You see, all these people are full of these doors. They want to buy drinks to go chill with at home, which is not bad. It's very okay. But my number one, that's why I made this to be my number one point. Alcohol, first, before I talk about alcohol, I'd like to point out excessive consumption of alcohol is addictive and therefore harmful to your health. How is it harmful to your health? First, you must know that alcohol has also sugar, just the same way sweetened beverages has, the same way sodas do. So that means that alcohol and and all these sweet drinks, all of them can be placed together. The other thing, when we talk about alcohol affects your liver. The function of your liver is to help your body to detoxicate your body of the harmful substances. When your liver does that, it gets overpowered, and in the process it produces more fat, making you have a lot of belly fat, hence making your belly fat to be big. So guys, even if you exercise and you go back to alcohol, it's like writing writing A and rubbing it and writing a 0. It's like writing 1 and rubbing 1, then writing a 0. That means you're going back to 0. I mean, there's no point of putting water in a glass if you'll pour it down. There's no point of putting water in a glass if you will break that glass. So guys, if you decided to practice, go for that practice and do it and change your lifestyle. What I'm saying is, okay, I'm not saying that it's bad to drink alcohol, but if you do it with moderation, it will be okay. But it will be perfect if you quit it completely. Alcohol is not healthy for you. People say that if you drink alcohol, you kind of burn fat. That's not true, because you know what? Alcohol has sugar. Then you take it with the soda, maybe soda water. You're mixing sugar and sugar. In the process, you're adding more sugar to yourself. So guys, I'm just trying to tell you that alcohol is not the lifestyle you go to if you want to achieve your body goals, if you want to burn that belly fat. Okay, my number 2 point is avoid foods that contain high trans fat. Foods that contain a lot of fats. Like the other day, a friend of mine, we had gone into a restaurant, and a friend of mine had ordered burger and French fries. You see, but when he tries to buy this burger like this, you see what happens? The fats drops from this burger, like someone is pouring fat down. And I felt like this was not a healthy food. Okay, I'm not saying that eating burger is wrong, but at least try to tell them that to give you one that is not full of fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to choose your food. What I'm saying is that trying to choose your food that has not so much fat, or try to choose food that has no processed fat. Trans fat are created by pumping hydrogen into unsaturated fats, such as soybeans oil. Soybeans oils are not good. Healthy cooking fat, maybe moderation is always key factor. Using everything in moderation is a key factor, because if you consume too much of fats and then you go for exercise, my friend, you will see no difference. That's the thing. I have to tell you point blank that there's no way you're going to see difference if you go for exercise, if you do all this and then you go back to eating fats, like a lot of fats. You can eat fats, but at least with moderation. Try as much as possible to consume these healthy fats. Healthy fats could be like virgin olive oil, something like this. There's something. Just try to consume something healthy to stay healthy. If you've decided to stay healthy, you've got to stay healthy. Okay, my other point is eat plenty of soluble fiber. Soluble fiber absorbs water and forms a gel a gel that helps slow down food as it passes through your uh, as it passes through your digestive system. This helps in making you full, hence lowers eating habits, naturally making you eat less. When you eat less, then there will never be belly fat. The thing is, the main reason I always say whenever we go for practice, whenever we go for exercise, is that you have to eat something that makes you full, so that in the process you don't have the appetite to eat more, because as you eat more you get to consume a lot of calories, and in the process you're getting yourself eat too much. That will not let you lose belly fat. When you like consume a lot of calories, it's not easy for you to lose belly fat. Okay, then soluble fibers. I'm trying to give you examples of flex seeds, uh Brussels sprout, avocado, legumes, and blackberries. Soluble fiber may help you lose weight by increasing fullness and reducing calories absorption. The main point here is to increase fullness and reduce calories absorption. Okay, let's go to the next point. Eat high protein diet. High protein intake increase the release of the fullness hormone PYY. Doctors know well. We can try to find out more about that, which decreases appetite and promotes fullness. Protein raises your metabolic rate and helps you to retain muscle mass during weight loss. The protein types of foods are here. Also, it's good also when we say this, that you need this, what is it called, you need moderation when you eat. Like, for example, let's say eggs, they contain 33%. Egg white contains 60% of protein. Turkey breast, you can also have chicken breast, you can have fried fish, you can also have shrimps. This is very amazing. You can have tuna fish, you can have habit fish, you can have tilapia or codfish. These are very amazing types of foods in protein. So whenever you have proteins, you get to be full, and then in the process you reduce calories absorption. Then reduce your stress level. Stress can make you gain weight when adrenaline gland release stress hormone known as cortisol. Cortisol is stress hormone. High cortisol level increase appetite and drive abdominal fat storage. So you see, when you have appetite, then you have abdominal, you have the abdominal fat storage more. It drives that, because you get to eat more. In the process you get to consume a lot of calories. Okay, let's talk women. Okay, I'd like to put also across just shortly that women who have large waists tend to produce more cortisol in response to stress. So when you're stressed as a woman and you have like large waist, you tend to produce a large amount of cortisol. In the process you accumulate more belly fat than any other person. You know what I'm saying? Okay, do not take carbs. High intake of refined carbs is associated with excessive belly fat. Use coconut oils for cooking. Oh guys, now we found something that you can replace with the normal cooking oil. I'm not saying that the oil you're using is not healthy, but I'm just trying to tell you that any oil that you can use in moderation. Like when I was young and when I was cooking vegetable, my dad would buy like cooking oil like several times, and my mom always stopped me from using a lot of fat. I thought that this was making, like, when you have your vegetable in your kales and it's shining, I think it was something fun, but then it wasn't, because the truth is, the more fat you consume, the more calories you consume, the more fat you consume, the more belly fat you're having. So that's very wrong to use a lot of fat. But coconut oil is is the healthiest fat you can consume. Coconut oil consumption promotes metabolic reactions, hence decrease the amount of fat you store in response to calorie intake. Avoid sugar sweetened beverages. I quoted it as SSB, are loaded with liquid fructose, which can make you gain belly fat. So we can talk of sodas, we can talk of And all the sodas, all the juices, something like this, they have a lot of fructose, that. And this also, I can talk about this, and I can also refer to alcohol as well. You see, alcohol also has the same amount of sugar that this sweetened the sugar sweetened beverage has, and therefore it makes also alcohol an healthy drink for us. Avoid sugar sweetened beverages as alcohol mixes. Every time, okay, if you have to drink alcohol, please don't mix it with any type of soda, even if it's sweetened soda water. Don't mix it with that. Try mixing it with water. This is the best mixer you can use. But all the same, as you do that, do it with moderation. We'll talk about alcohol, and we'll talk about alcohol abuse and effects of alcohol abuse, and we'll talk about how healthy is alcohol, but that's in the next video. So drink green tea. Oh my god. Well, this, I wanted to just put a topic on its own about green tea, but then I thought it wise to talk about just a topic on its own about green tea, because I realized that green tea is an amazing tea. And you know what, I am not happy that I'm not having my cup here with me, but otherwise I'm happy that you're there and you're taking your time to listen to me, your precious time to view this video. I am really, really happy about that, and thank you so much. I'd just like us to get enlightened, get us to know these things, just move into stuff like, with closed eyes, and you're walking on the road, you don't know what's coming your way, you don't know what's not coming, you don't know who's there. What I'm saying is, you're just trying to open eyes, just trying to change lives, just to change lifestyles. Sometimes it's hard, but then with discipline and what you want, if you're focused and you know what you want, you can never get misled. Okay, let's go to another point. An exceptionally healthy beverage. You see, green tea is an exceptionally healthy beverage. It contains antioxidant epigallocatechin, gallate, EGCG, both of which boost metabolic reaction. EGC catechin help you lose weight best when combined with exercise. So when you're doing exercise, you can make green tea and have it as your drink that will keep you hydrated as you do your exercise. Maybe tomorrow we can do that. I can make green tea and I put in my bottle of water. Then as you exercise, you drink green tea, which is very amazing. You can boil it, make it ready, and then you can put a little bit honey if it's not too sweet. Why you need sweet? But if you need it a little bit to be tasty, because this is your life, and sometimes you gotta enjoy. Like you don't have to touch it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you can have it the way it is. But if it's too bitter for you, you can put a little bit honey and also add some lime. Like squeeze lime juice in it, which will make it also a little bit nice and even more healthier, because lime is also an amazing immunity booster. Try intermittent fasting. We have people who can never fast. Honestly, I tried fasting when I was young. I almost, I don't want to say died, but I almost lost all my energy. But now I can fast, man, thanks to my strong faith. Fasting is easier. You just have to put your mind out of food. You have to keep your mind busy. If you're fasting for prayer, you have to read the Bible. You have to try to refer to the point. Try to see your story. Try to feel your pain. Try to imagine you being out of that pain. Try to imagine you staying into that pain. Try to see in your faith. Trying to see God lifting you up from that point. You know what I'm saying? Then you can fast. Okay, you can also fast. If you're not a Christian, you can also fast like Muslims do also. So we have two types of fasting. Before you go deeper into the religious part of it, we have two types of fasting. We have fasting. Fasting is an eating pattern between eating pattern and fasting. Eating pattern whereby you can stop yourself from eating intentionally, not unintentionally, like self-denial. It's a practice of self-denial. Fasting shows a lot of discipline. Fasting really shows a lot of discipline. So fasting, you can fast for 16 hours and eat within 8 hours. You can fast for 24 hours once or twice in a week. Okay? Or even thrice. We have people who can fast like the whole month. We have people who can fast 3 days. We have people who can fast 4 days dry. We have people who can fast just drinking water. Yeah, and we have people who can fast dry fast. So you can try yourself with one of these and see if it works. So the thing is, I just want us to do things that are meaningful, like, okay, I'm doing exercise, I'm trying to burn belly fat. What else am I doing? How is my lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we do exercise, you run, you do the walking, you do all these things, you do the cardio stuff, all that thing you're doing. But then, how is your lifestyle? We have people do a lot of exercise, like every day at 5 you wake up, you find them on the road. Every day at 5 you wake up, you find them in the road, they're in the field, they're doing this. You go to the gym, you find them. You go to sign in at the gym, you find their name, they came early already. You see they've already signed out, and you wonder, what the hell? Like, how comes? Why is this guy not changing? I mean, it's ever here. You see what I'm saying? Okay, the other thing, avoid taking fruit juices. uh, when it comes to burning fat, fruit juices could be as bad as sugary drinks. Sugary drinks and the juices, they are all the same, guys, because we have the sugar. Sometimes you make orange juice and you want to add sugar to make it tasty. In the process, you have a sugar sweetened drink. But if you want to have a juice, I think you can have it just plain and drink it the way it is. But my research shows me that it's not good to drink fruit juice as well. Eat fatty fish every week, guys. Fish. This is it, man. Incredibly healthy fish, rich in a high quality protein and omega-3 fatty, which protect diseases. Oh my god. These kind of fish are, you can have salmon, you can have herring, you can have sardines, you can have mackerel, you can have anchovies, name it. You can have red snapper, you can have white snapper, you can have tilapia. All these fish, man, they are amazing because they have fatty 3 fatty acid, omega 3 fatty acid, omega 3 fatty, which are very, very, very helpful and healthy to your health. Otherwise, guys, there's more on this. You can do research by yourself. But for now, I'll just ask you to know that everything you want to achieve in life should be your lifestyle. If I want to be a footballer, that football should be my lifestyle. If I want to achieve in my exams, reading should be my lifestyle. That exam should be like my lifestyle. Like, I talked about how to pass exams in Swahili, and I was saying that you should try. You should always try to go through past papers. That is making it your lifestyle. Making exams your lifestyle. That's the thing. Let's do like Steph Curry is doing, man. So otherwise, guys, I wish you a lovely, blessed, most beautiful evening. May God be with you as you do this, as we try to achieve on our lifestyle. I want to ask you that with the determination. I talked about 3 things today in exercise: speed, consistency, hard. Hard, speed, and consistency. 3 things: hard, speed, and consistency. And the one thing that sums it all is discipline, because discipline is what pushes you. Oh, it's time, I gotta wake up. Oh, my alarm is ringing, I gotta wake up. You know what I'm saying? And I saw it written somewhere: early mornings and late nights shall pay off. Of course, they pay off. So my guy, my brother, my sister, my brother, my sister, the young, the elderly, appreciate you all. But I want to ask you to do this to pay off. And trust me, it's going to work. Thank you so much. Have a blessed and lovely evening. Thank you so much for the subscription, views, likes, and comments. Thank you so much. I can appreciate you enough, man. Be blessed.